Was there anything that really surprised you?
I had like a 3-year gap year because I worked as like a lab tech. So getting back into like the idea of studying again was a surprise. And then the amount of information at first was a lot because medical school is really quick and they give the idea like it's like drinking from a fire hydrant, and that can be very true. And so for me, it was learning how to take baby steps in my studying and learning how to pivot and apply new things and use new resources to study. It was mainly like how quickly I needed to learn how to adapt in studying. But the good thing is you have a lot of support here from so many different people, and like Dr. Z and others. Like they're willing to call you into their office and have a conversation about what your schedule should look like or what study resources you should use. So I didn't necessarily feel alone in adapting just my studying technique.
I do want to like highlight both the pros and the cons, because if all I talk about is pros, then you guys will think I'm lying. But there are cons, and it's not to WAUSM, just medical school in general. Like Tunisia said, drinking from a fire hose, I think is a great example. In my personal opinion, learning the material is not really that hard. Like when you learn it and you study it, it makes sense. The problem is that's one thing, and there's a lot of things. So you have to remember it all. So when you're doing, you're on your exam or taking a quiz, you'll read something or you'll read the question. You're like, oh my gosh, I studied this. I know that this is a thing. What is the thing? And so it's not that hard to learn, in my opinion, because we have the resources like we've been talking about. The faculty is great. Their door is always open, but they can only teach it to you. You have to put in the time to memorize it. And that's different for everybody, because I know some students get here at 8 a.m. and they leave at 5 p.m. and they don't study after 5 p.m. And some students get here at 8 a.m. and they leave at 5 p.m. and they study till they go to bed, and their grades might look the same. It totally depends.